Hi, welcome to On This Day in Tudor History with me, Claire Ridgway, author of quite a few Tudor history books. Okay, where am I taking you to today? Well, I'm taking you back to the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. For on this day in Tudor history, the 4th of April 1572, William Strachey, writer and historian of Virginia, was born in Saffron Walden in Essex, England. When I was researching for my book on this day in Tudor history, I noticed that William Shakespeare was said to have used Strachey's account of the 1609 shipwreck of the Sea Venture as a source for his play The Tempest. This made me want to know more about Strachey and the shipwreck, plus his account of it. Now, William Strachey was the son of William Strachey and his wife Mary Cook. He was educated at Emmanuel College, Cambridge, before he joined Gray's Inn, one of London's 4 inns of the court. Strachey's biographer, Betty Wood, writes of how his interest in literature brought him into contact with men like William Shakespeare, Ben Jonson and Thomas Campion. His sonnet upon Sejanus was published in Ben Jonson's play Sejanus His Fall in 1605. Strachey was also a shareholder in the Children of the Revels, a troupe of boy actors. He married his first wife, Frances Forster, in 1595 and had 2 sons by her, William and Edmund. Frances had died by 1615 and William took a second wife, a widow called Dorothy. In 1602, Strachey inherited his father's estate and lived off that until his money dwindled in 1605. In 1606, he obtained the position of secretary to Thomas Glover, the English ambassador to Constantinople. But he returned to England in 1607 after being dismissed. In 1609, he purchased 2 shares in the Virginia Company of London. In June 1609, he set sail with Sir Thomas Gates and Sir George Sumner for Virginia on the Sea Venture, which was captained by Christopher Newport. Unfortunately, what was described as a terrible storm, i.e. a hurricane, caused the ship to run aground on an uninhabited island in the Bermudas, which Strachey described as Devil's Islands, that were to be feared and avoided above any other place in the world. Strachey and the ship's crew were stuck there for nearly a year. They were eventually able to construct 2 boats, Patience and Deliverance, which allowed them to continue their journey. He wrote an account of the shipwreck and what Betty Wood describes as the precarious state of the settlement at Jamestown in a letter dated the 15th of July 1610. But it was suppressed by the Virginia colony. It was eventually published in 1625 as a true reportory of the wreck and redemption of Sir Thomas Gates, knight upon and from the islands of the Bermudas, his coming to Virginia, and the estate of that colony then and after under the government of the Lord Loire, July 15, 1610. And this was in Purchas His Pilgrims, a 4-volume collection of travel narratives by Samuel Purchas. Strachey served as secretary of the Virginia Company and was asked by the company to write an official account of the colony, which he did on his return to London in 1611. However, The History of Travel into Virginia Britannia was critical of the colony, like his earlier account, and so was not published in his lifetime. Strachey also compiled a glossary of words used by the Powhatan people. He died in June 1621 at the age of 49. He died sadly in poverty after finding it hard to get his work published because it was critical of the management of the colony. He left the following sad verse. Hark, 'twas the trump of death that blew. My hour has come, false-willed, adieu. Thy pleasures have betrayed me so, that I to death untimely go. He was laid to rest in St. Giles's Church, Camberwell in Surrey. His works are excellent primary sources for the history of the English colonisation of North America, and it's thought that they were used by William Shakespeare, as I said, for his play The Tempest. By the way, William Strachey's signet ring was found in 1996 in the ruins of Jamestown, Virginia. And I'll give you a link to see a photo of it and to read more about it. Also on this day in Tudor history, the 4th of April 1589, Mildred Cecil, Lady Burleigh, wife of William Cecil, Lord Burleigh, and an accomplished and influential woman in her own right, died. You can find out more about her in last year's video, which I'll give you a link to. Thank you for joining me. You can subscribe by clicking that button just there. You can also give me a like and leave me a comment, and you can hit the bell to be notified as these videos go live. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.